Still catching up on GAC in between conquest videos. I'm trying to be a little bit better about things this week. So the Fed, Jerome Powell commented today that he does not plan or foresee interest rates being raised until 2023. So that's good. Inflation is still at or under where he wants it to be, so that's also good, even though the markets don't totally believe that. But rates being so low, hopefully we'll get back to better employment levels. But what it really means is the only place you're going to make any money, if you have it, is the stock market. That's a big part of what that means. So that's why the market turned around today. Inflation worries, with Treasury yields rising notwithstanding, the market should continue to do relatively well, in theory. Today was kind of a mixed bag, mostly positive. Couple things I own. AbbVie got crushed because the FDA wants to take a longer look at their drug Rinvoq. Not super worried about that, but it did get absolutely rocked today. Yes, kind of status quo, really. I mean, nothing really changed. It's just everybody gets so hinked up when the Fed are going to make comments. They're always worried about changes in the language. Even like the most seemingly innocuous changes in the language. It's really kind of funny. I mean, you can literally find transcripts, as it were, of the Fed's language from last announcement to this announcement, with like strike-throughs and red marks for new language or changed language. It's really very funny. I mean, people literally will scrutinize the Fed statement down to the letter. So I mean, I'm not really touching anything in the market. I did move a little bit from previous COVID high flyers, just a little bit, not a lot, like Microsoft, Apple, Costco. Costco has come down a good bit, but in fairness, it had a crazy run, and for a consumer staple, its valuation was getting a little bit on the insane side. So wasn't super surprised to see Costco pull back, but Microsoft, Costco, and Apple are all yielding pretty much less than 1%, which also means they get pressure on them when yields are, the 10-year is at 1.6. Some people think, why would I put my money into a Microsoft or an Apple or a Costco that has had an insane trailing 12 months in terms of price action that is now yielding less than 1% when I can get 1.6 in a treasury? Look, most people are aspiring for a lot more than 1.6% return in a 12-month period. If you're satisfied with 1.6%, that's fine, power to you, but it's not that difficult to get a much better return than that in a 12-month period. But it certainly puts pressure on high flyers with low yields. Because Microsoft almost doubled. Apple, I don't need to tell you guys, Apple's been insane. If you look at Apple's 10 or 15-year chart, you'll regret not having bought it previously. I moved a little bit out of that, and I moved it into SDY. I know I've said this before, but I think it bears repeating. SDY is an S&P ETF that really focuses on dividend aristocrats, which are companies that have raised their dividends every year for the past however many years. I know I've said this before, but again, it bears repeating. And that's, look, if you are risk averse, something like that, you are going to make money with over the long term. You're not going to make crazy money in the short term, but you are going to get steady compounded interest if you properly reinvest your dividends. So, if you're risk averse, that's something for you. And with the last year that we've had in the markets, I'm becoming a little bit more risk averse because things have been crazy, quite frankly. That's not to say I'm not worried about the economy coming back. I think it is fair to say that the economy is going to come roaring back once COVID is in the rearview mirror, which it's not there. We're not there yet. But I do, and if you go back to my videos from this time last year or between now and then, I've said almost ad nauseum, like, we're going to get through it, we're going to beat it. And we are. The timing is really just going to depend on people. But eventually, whether it's a couple months from now or half a year from now, we're going to get through it. I would love to be through it by the summer, because who the fuck wants to spend another summer cooped up in their apartments or houses or whatever, whether you're by yourself, with your partner, or with your kids, with your parents. Like, dude, human beings are social creatures. We are not meant to self-isolate. Being devoid of human contact is brutal, just mentally. And I've had, a good amount of contact. Like, I've been going to work recently, but still, it's not the same. Like, Bella and I are going to San Diego in April, because we're both vaccinated. Bella won free tickets from JetBlue as part of, rewarding medical professionals. She won 2 tickets for JetBlue up to $1,000 or something like that. So we're like, we got to use it, so we're going to San Diego. Wanted to go to Key West, but holy fucking dog shit, the prices in Key West are fucking insane. Wanted to go to Aruba or Grand Cayman, but they have not updated their local rules and regs to reflect people that are vaccinated, so we would still have to quarantine for 2 weeks upon arrival or something like that, or have to get PCR tests 72 hours before flying. It's just you know what, let's just fucking go to San Diego, because at least then we're stimulating U.S. GDP and not someone else's. That really wasn't really a reason to go to San Diego, but it certainly doesn't hurt, in my opinion. Also, San Diego's awesome and gorgeous. Bella even was like, hey, we can go to Galaxy's Edge, but I don't know if... Actually, I think Galaxy's Edge will be open by then, but I promised my groomsmen we would go to Galaxy's Edge for my bachelor party if we ever end up having it. Although it wouldn't be the worst thing to go to Galaxy's Edge when it's at 25% capacity, because then you don't have to wait online for everything. But nah, I promised my guys we'd go do that. That's it. I'm still plugging away at Conquest. After this, I'll probably put out another Conquest video, Sector 3. I'm almost done with Sector 4. I don't feel like paying crazy amounts of crystals for refreshes, so I'm just waiting on my reset. So I'll put Sector 3 out tonight, probably Sector 4 out tomorrow. yeah, so expect to see that within the next few hours. Right now, I'm finishing this recording while Bella's walking Rosie. And then once Bella goes to work, I'll do the voiceover for Sector 3. Still have to do a roster review. I know. People have been saying it in comments and in the channel. And I've been saying, yeah, that's a great idea. Yeah, that's a great idea. Yeah, that's a great idea. I've been saying it for months. So it's totally on me. I am going to do that. I feel a little bit more motivated to make videos this week because Conquest is challenging, an appropriate level of difficulty, I think. So I wouldn't say I'm reinvigorated, but I certainly feel like I'm in a better place with the game. Bo-Katan coming out is fucking sick, even though she's not a tank. So yeah, I'm gonna try to be better about putting some content out. It's not like I have, crazy production value that it would take me a long time to put something out, right? So, gonna try to be better about that a little bit. Also, my revenues are way down, and as a Jew, that is a crime against my people. Yeah. Speaking of crime against my peoples, this fucking Looney Tune down in Atlanta killing fucking 8 Asian women, and the fucking police chief is saying he can't say it's a hate crime. Have you been paying attention? Have you been paying attention at all to anything that has been happening in the world of criminal justice over the last fucking 10 years? But even just this year, like, really? So someone from my shop, an attorney, just left our shop to go down to be the inspector general of the city of Atlanta, and she is going to have her work cut out for her if these are the kinds of comments that the police chief or the captain or whoever the fuck it is, whatever fucking idiot was on stage, is making. So, yeah,